Who's your top five? If we ask you right now, positions. Let's go position instead of the greatest. I like positions more. Best point guard of all time.
I say Oscar and Magic.
Who would you choose? You would choose Oscar or Magic?
It depends on the type of game I was playing. I'm not going to separate. I'm going to say A and B.
All right. So 1A, 2B, 2A. Okay, 1A, it's fine. All right. How about best two guard?
Michael.
Okay. Is it no debate? Like Kobe's not close. You putting him as 1, 2?
Well, everybody wants to be like Michael.
Okay. Fine. Game. How about 3? Small forward.
I go with LeBron.
Okay. Do you think anybody's close or no?
Yeah, a lot of guys close.
Pretty close?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
Who'd you put after LeBron?
Bird.
Wow. Power forward.
Mailman.
You put him as 4 before Duncan. Interesting. And as center.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Who do you think is the greatest of all time?
Wilt Chamberlain.
You think Wilt Chamberlain is the greatest of all time? So that's the one of the people I am so curious about, because when you read about him, you read about how high he jumped, you read about what he bench pressed, you read about his quickness, track. It's almost like the Bo Jacksons you hear about. Bo was a mid, Deion Sanders was a mid. Wilt is in that category to me of Bo, Deion, and Wilt. You played against him, right? What was he like when you played against him?
Well, there was the two Wilts. There was a Wilt that dominated early on in his career. Then when they said that he, shot too much, then he became an assist. So we talk about Dirk. He just finished. He just passed Wilt in scoring. Dirk's been in the league 20 years now.
Nearly.
Wilt stopped shooting in his 6th or 7th year in the league, and became an assist guy and whatnot. So he didn't play. He only played 13 years, and he played part of 1 year of that. So he played like 12 and a half years, let's say. And he was the all-time leading scorer before everybody else started. He still has 72 records on the books. He's got 68 records by himself. So he's tied with 4 people in another average. I mean, and this has been 40-some years ago. Just numbers in itself tell 50 points a game, average 20-some rebounds a game. He averaged almost 48 minutes a game. I mean, when you
led the league in assists once, which is unheard of as a center.
Exactly. Whatever they said he couldn't do, he did, and that was always Wilt. Being from Philadelphia, I remember sitting on the sidelines when he came to play, in the playgrounds every now and then, hoping to get picked, and then we'd sit on the sidelines and hoping, trying to be noticed so they pick us to come play in the game. But he was just a tremendous, tremendous guy. And when I got my first Rolls Royce, I only got it because he had one.
Really?
Exactly.
And your backcourt, you guys were called the Rolls Royce backcourt, right?
I came here with my Rolls. That's what I drove. When I came on 11th Avenue, that's what I was rocking.
So you're saying when you got your Rolls Royce, you got it because Wilt had a Rolls Royce.
Exactly.
That's cool. So the criticism they give him is the fact that he only won. He didn't win that many championships. I think he only won 1 or something like that.
He won. He wouldn't show up in the
finals
with the 76ers.
76ers, yeah. And the finals is when he wouldn't show up or something like that. You hear about him, but the stats are I mean, it's literally the word unbelievable is very appropriate for him.
Even his playoff stats are unbelievable. I mean, when you think in terms of guys scoring over 38 points a game, in playoffs and whatnot.
Is this a myth or is this true? I heard this, and when they announced in 1996, when they announced the top 50 players, right, which you were on that list, right, when they announced them. I heard when they were bringing everybody up, at the end of the row, Jordan and Wilt were debating on who's the greatest, and Stern had to say, come on up here. They were going really at it, and one saying, I am, the other one saying, I am. They're going, but you couldn't do this, and my year I did this, and I was doing this, and I changed again with this. Is that a myth, or have you heard about that story yourself before?
I haven't heard that story. The first time I've actually heard of it. To me, there's no real debate, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we've had great players as far as, with Michael and, of course, LeBron. Everybody, Michael set a tone for the guys from the 80s up. I mean, everybody, you look at Michael in terms of what he's done as far as a basketball player, his business aspects as far as what he's done with Nike and so forth, and on into his As a matter of fact, when Michael came back to the NBA, you know, the NBA had taken a lull, you know, when he was gone. As an agent, now I'm gonna put my agent hat on. As an agent, for him coming back to the NBA, I would have made sure he got awarded a franchise because he was that much important to the game.
Jordan.
Right.
And you still don't put him ahead of Wilt?
No.
Close or not even close?
Oh, everybody's close, but you know, Wilt just did things. I mean, you talk in terms of he used to dunk, you know, from the free throw line, free throws. The rule begins, you have to stay behind the free throw line until the ball hits the back. They had a little 13-foot lanes. That got expanded. I mean, he did things that until today is still a part of the game, what's made the game what it is today.
Revolutionary type of guy.